Hey everybody, welcome back. Super Auto Pets, a fun weekly this week. Listen, I love a goose. I as soon as I see two mice, I start thinking to myself more long term. Let me be like the grumpy celebrities. I'm thinking of Jerry Seinfeld when Kesha asked him for a hug. My God, a win. Look at how powerful a goose is in the early game here. Here I was thinking about the long term. Bro, forget the long term. Ooh, greasy. We got two future apples on our team, and we're still cruising. I don't see a goose. As a result, I am unafraid. I should have been a little bit more afraid, quite frankly. I should have been, not that there's anything I can do about it in post, but it is what it is. Look at these ducks, man. I'm not a big Aardvark believer this week. It relies too much on your opponent having... Hang on. I think this is right. It relies too much on your opponent having like one specific type of squad. And I don't think that summon builds are like particularly common this week. So the double or the triple rat is always, or triple mouse I should say, because rat's in the game. It's always an interesting setup because you lose an apple by combining all three of them, because then you only get two in the shop, but you do get the level. And now that I see that we're getting a goose level, truth be told, I would rather have a goose level on this turn. And I think I am going to combine them on the next turn anyway. So let's do that. Buy a betta fish. And I think that I actually like love the way that our team looks right now, to be honest. Getting another duck early and then being able to use that to... It's a very strong looking team, admittedly. You got me, fair enough. Being able to use that duck to create a bison 2 turns before it's supposed to show up. Oh, baby. We have to try, I think. Slug? Are you okay? Are you out of your mind? Slug just doesn't do that much for us this week. Maybe if we knew for a fact we were going grizzly bear, but we can always get a slug later. Like, it's turn frickin' 5. We don't know if a grizzly bear is going to be in our future. I do think croissant on a duck will go hard. This team doesn't do anything right now, but it could win. Like, the stats are just good. It doesn't have, like, it's not a jellyfish team where you're focused on getting, you know, levels and XP to propel you forward. It's just a team that has, like, really good stats right now. And that's totally fine. We'll see if, like, you know what? You should actually probably put a croissant on a duck. Roll once. I don't believe it. We are going to get levels up next turn to our heart's content. None of these units should really be expected to carry us into the late game, but maybe if we get really lucky, there won't be a late game. Ooh, just by the thinnest of margins. The easy one is this. You have to take a moose. It doesn't have to be this turn, because we're so early, the shops are probably not going to be that good. We should just put you here so we have another unit. This is such a weird squad. Okay, now a deer is beautiful, and we can keep it frozen. This is not a Doberman pivot team. It's a very strange looking team. I normally don't get this many matches of my units so early. Like, I gotta admit, it's actually not doing very well. We should be investing in higher tier units for sure, but that's what the moose is for, brother. Level me. Purchase a moose. Sell your betta fish. Purchase a bison. Sell your mouse. 3 apples to your bison. You're a level 1. You're a level 1. You're just... Stats are going to matter more than removing 3 attack from the first enemy, I think, as we get into the late game. Sell me. Buy a deer. No, well, yeah. For now, buy a deer. Buy a poodle. Freeze an anteater. So you're going to... 5? 5. So you're going to get a buff. And one of the deer and the bison will get a buff, and the duck will get a buff. On 2 life, I don't think we can afford to like sell the deer, buy a crow, sell a crow, feed the chocolate to the moose. I think you just gotta probably just eat it on that one. Take a 3/3 buff from the moose. On the buffalo or the bison, that's good. We added a lot of scaling to the team. I think that's as good as as good of a pivot as we could like reasonably expect to get. Now, we're gonna lose this one. This is a very strong team, honestly. A level 2 jellyfish, 2 clownfish, big panda. But I do think there's hope for us. This is pretty nice. Probably do this, and then buy a cupcake. I mean, truth be told, you could sell... you sell a poodle, get a bird of paradise, but no. I think this is where you stand, and you probably just chocolate your bison. And then your bison position 3 so it doesn't get hit by like a position 1... chili pepper on the enemy. Position 1 deer, basically. Fair trade. Very fair trade, I would say. Listen, I think I have an okay barometer for knowing whether or not we're cooked. And right now, we're not cooked yet. This is also very nice. I would freeze. We roll. I freeze. And we might as well end turn with money in our pocket. Because again, all this stuff gets unfrozen anyway. So level 2 bison was a big one. Sanest moose payout. I don't appreciate that very much. Level 2 moose, though, would really hit the spot. Okay, a little snipe. Didn't do too much, honestly. Feeling fantastic about where we stand. Plum Smuggler. What a name. You're definitely doing a triple freeze and a roll. I don't see a pita pop in here. Freeze me. Really want to see some chocolate. 2 chocolates. There's 1. Feed me. I would settle for this. It's not like we can really do much else. We'll settle for this and we'll put a honey on our poodle. Not the ideal shot, but round 11 is still somewhat early. I'm regretting how much we lost in the early game, though, for sure. Cook 'em. Cook 'em. Oh, my green pepper died at like the worst possible time. We're done. We're not done? We're not done! Whew. You don't need the buff. If anything, like, you need the buff. Get rid of your croissant as well. Freeze me, freeze me. These rolls aren't good enough. We have to... You know, I hate to say, I think we have to take a chance at the moose possibly getting to use the pita, and we'll accept a 2/2 buff from the moose on someone. We really need to see chocolate ASAP. But I think we did well with our equipment this time. Like, the more green peppers, the merrier. Especially as teams get more and more snipers. Okay, I understand. No! Wait a minute, wait a minute! I told you, we're not cooked. Necessarily. I'm not freezing a tier 4 here. Go ahead, take one of these. Freeze me. Just chocolate. Just chocolate. No chocolate. There's no point to rolling. But there's only a point to equipment if we feel like it actually makes sense. And I guess, like, maybe a fortune cookie does better than honey. Not getting this level 2 moose has me feeling cooked. Just being straight up with you. But we've done extremely well in the avenue of getting a lot of green peppers. Holy cow, our equipment came through in the clutch for us there bigly. Honestly, would rather you have a melon. Freeze me, freeze me, freeze me, freeze me. Buy me, roll. Freeze me, just chocolate. Just chocolate, that's it. Just chocolate. I had to keep the dream alive that chocolate would, like, eventually show up there. Sure, we could have bought a green pepper for our poodle, and it probably matters more than a fortune cookie, but we gotta take some calculated risks to get this, you know, double scaling moose off the ground. Okay, hang on. They got a triple bus. It was almost horrendous news for us, but we're on 9. This has been a pretty insane comeback. I would love to get some chocolate. Oh, that's also good. Thank you. Freeze me and then roll me, and I don't even know. I guess at this point, listen. We're on super lethal. Forget about the long term. You put a melon on a 9/9 scalar, and you pray that it doesn't have to make a difference. How does that sound? What am I looking at here? I can't parse what I'm seeing, and this is the only game I play. Okay, little grizzly bear. I see it. I see what you got going on. I see you got a little slickness. This is a draw, which means we have to go again. You definitely just invest in the here and now. These units are not good enough to keep. Freeze me, freeze me. Don't even sweat the chocolate. It's so unlikely we're going to get a level up. Freeze me. Are we going to accept 2/2 buffs? No. I think we need to roll better and get better buffs. I'll accept 2 4/4 buffs. And I think that made up the difference of the meat. We will end with excess gold. Don't buff my bison. Oh, you piece of junk! I think we might stall at 9. Oh, that double break, though. That double break was kind of sick with it. We're going to win. Holy, that was a comeback. Not like an insane team. Like, it's not like that's an unusual squad to have. Pants, hat, now we're talking. Yeah, I might even just put that one on, honestly. It's in alphabetical order, I think. Pants. Pants, hat. Amazing. Looking like a fool with your pants on your head. But you know what? I'm very proud of myself for that one. Because we basically had an idea in our head. Maybe like an imported jacket. Like from H&M. We basically said to ourselves, I think this will work. And then we white-knuckled it all the way to proving that it did indeed work. I'm kind of proud of myself, honestly. Okay, looking very similar to the squad that lost 4 times on our last run before we pivoted off of every single unit and then won like 17 times in a row to actually get the win. I'll just tell you straight up, you're not beating a level 2 otter on round 2. You accept those losses. There's you know, you got shopped. Freeze me and roll me once. With this current setup, we're going big duck. Clownfish can go crazy. Jellyfish can obviously go crazy with this squad, but you need to actually get a jellyfish. I'm not convinced that we win this. Like, yes, we have more units. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, we have more units, but like 3 2/2s loses against, or draws against a 4/5, unfortunately. Very interesting. I would sell, buy, and as spicy as this is, I would double freeze this. And if I gotta sell my goose to make to get the 2 fish out there, I think it's what's bad for the goose is good for the gander here. This looks very similar to our last. No, it doesn't. It looks worse than our last one. But this is the turn where we should now ideally start seeing some pogging. Well, you're probably gonna matter, actually. Give me 2 of these. Freeze me. Give me a duck. No duck. Roll me once more. No duck, but a second jellyfish. I'm not scared yet because we're on 4 life, but it could get to scary before too long. Not again. I can't. It's just my entire backline being destroyed every single time. Go ahead and take it, man. It's still nice. Stats are still good. Come on. Excuse me. I need 1 duck or a fish or a jellyfish. There's not even that many units applicable right now. Not again. I can't. I'm sorry. Listen, now this time I'm doing it to you. Okay. 3 life remaining. God, a crow or a jellyfish would hit the spot. Nothing, huh? Please. I know, this is desperation. A crow. Rip to the otter, I'm sorry. I think we have to, as much as the jellyfish is important here, I think we have to enable the bison scaling. My 2 cents. Freeze this. Probably, like, next unit to level up, you probably sell it, get the zebra out there, put a penguin out there for an extra scaling agent. We need some HP. We need levels more than anything else just to get the clownfish to give our units some HP, I think. It's winnable. Okay, this felt nice to me. I think maybe we've stabilized briefly. Roll me. Come on. Buy me. I know, it's insane. Admittedly, we are rolling with half the shop frozen, but like, I've got to... I got things to do, okay? Freeze me. Next turn, we get a great buy-sell. That was nice for our buffs, for the stats on all of our units. Next turn, also, the... ooh, that hurt. Yeah, this is bad. Next turn, also, regular chocolate becomes part of the shop. This is now where the squad should peak. Please. You promised. Buy me. Sell me. Buy me. You need the buffs. And then we might start running jellyfish first, just in case they're trying a little cheeky scorpion. Regular chocolate, very important. Actually makes the penguin not useless as well. Possibly great time to unwind your clownfish and get a bird of paradise out there. I don't know. I felt stable, and now I feel unstable again. Holy cow, we just mathed them. We barely mathed them. This feels a lot like our last run. Very important. Sell. Buy. Definitely the order on this was really bad. I can offer nothing in my own defense. I'd rather get organic chocolate. It's a big ask, but okay. Okay. Another green pepper. I've said it before, but this weekly I really feel like if you, whether you get scaling or not, another big element in winning is just, did you get green peppers like at or around the same time as your opponent? Or before would be even better. That brought me great physical pain. We were an apple away from drawing. Okay. Well, it's a pretty simple one here, I think. I don't think we lose round 11 with 3 strong units, one of which has a green pepper, but anything can happen. They sniped me. Mercifully, they didn't snipe a unit with equipment. Ooh. Close. Penguin levels. This is our squad, by the way. Like, this is what we're rolling. So just, I don't know what you want me to say. Get used to it, I guess. I'm buying an apple on turn 12 on lethal with 5 wins. That's how desperate I'm getting here. No, no, no. A scorpion. We're toast. Fair enough. You got me. We'll run it back. That one, it did hurt me a little bit. It did shock me a little bit. I think I would do myself some favors if I stopped losing so much in the early to mid game. It definitely seems like I'm over adhering to like, oh, I got 7 ducks early. We have to keep that duck going. Be a wrinkled personality. Doesn't get any more even than that. So like, let's codify it. How do I feel about good units this weekly? The more otters, always the merrier. The more geese, the merrier. Level 2 otter. You gotta do it. And the panda is like, maybe, we have lost some games to pandas. I think you could put a panda out there and then buy another level 2 otter. Just the stats that you get. out of the level 2 otter, you can't ignore it. Giving 2-2 to 1-1 to 2 units. I don't know why it seems so hard to say. It's a big difference maker early. And you go right back to the well, man. You go to the... You know what? The otter's done a lot of work. To the victor go the spoils, brother. Forget the possum. It's not going anywhere. The only unit that is, like, in my opinion, guaranteed to live here for any extra length of time is our panda. Because we can turn the panda stats into any other unit stats. Well. We'll try it. And then, honestly, just take a cupcake for now. Level 3 otter. Level 3 otter goes crazy because you can get it to level 3, put the stats on other units, and then just sell that sucker. Send it away. You got me. It's a strong-looking team. I got to give you credit. Most beautiful level we ever could have asked for. You can't really... I guess, technically, you could panda your Doberman. If your panda had better stats, so it went first, your Doberman could work as long as you buff the panda and not the Doberman. But I definitely think we don't have to. And I tend to like using the Doberman when it feels like we don't have other options. Right now, I feel like we got other options. Sanest goose. Never mind, my whole squad's falling apart. It is now, it's code red. Sure, level me. Definitely not making a big slug. I mean, big camel is probably better than big otter. Like, I could sell you and then have the camel get buffed and pass the stats back to the goose. No, you'd have to pass the stats back to the giraffe if you're using the giraffe to buff the panda. It's going to be an 11-18 camel. I always like using the camel. It does suck this week that the camel has no, there's no garlic support. It's falling apart, brother. I just don't really love the llama. You should take this. Sure. Freeze me. We could get one of you off the ground, I'm sure. You know what? Unfreeze me. Sell me. Have a giraffe buff itself. I think our plan is just going to take too long to come to fruition here. Yo, cool bridge, though. You seeing this bridge? That's a cool looking bridge, man. No. Oh! The one giraffe difference. This doesn't seem sensible to me without a chili pepper. If anything, our team is like... I can't believe I'm doing this. Our team is kind of like... Weakness makes our team way worse than we'd expect it to make our opponent's team, because we're going to have, like, one unit. And it has a hurt trigger. Like, a chili pepper would have destroyed our entire squad. What is this disrespectful team? With all disrespect, you try to disrespect me with a double chili pepper? That's what you get. Another camel. I do think we need a scorpion. I don't necessarily think that we need to put it in front of a goose. I think the goose should probably be off the team as well. What a salamander, man. And yet, where did it get you? The scorpion's here as like a stabilizer. Just as a little monkey wrench. Sure. And definitely here. And then a scaler? I know we're guilty of going to the well a little too much here, but I really think the moose has been part of some of our biggest dubs this week. I can roll one more time. Worth a shot. Ooh, 1 extra stat for 1 gold. Don't mind if I do. Now, 4/4 Scorpion. That could technically 4 for 1. As long as it was up against 4 Bs. Uh-oh. It's an insane team. Yep. Okay, we're going to be on lethal. That's a crazy looking team. I got to give you some credit for that. Freeze me, freeze me. Freeze me. Buy me. Sell me. Try to create an enormous scorpion. Buy me. This is a little insane. So we're going to get a 1/1 buff from our moose, which is not good. But I do think that this was a necessary pivot. And our whole game plan is basically try to create a very large scorpion. That could not have gone better to start with. I don't know about to finish with. Oh, if we had one more attack. Sure, go ahead. I don't know, maybe sell a moose, put a tiger? No. Oh, freeze good units, you idiot. I'm going to accept my 1/1 buff yet again. I know that it's... Essentially what I'm doing is making my moose useless. It's like a random level 1 giraffe. But I just feel like anytime I see really good equipment in the shop, we kind of got... It's our responsibility to... My scorpion. Oh no. We're toast. This one never got off the ground. Hey, thanks for watching. We did have a 10-piece at the start of the video. Don't forget it. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Helps out a lot. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, though, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!